Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode with me, Living Free Ashley. Today we are making a rhubarb bake. Now I'm calling it a bake because it's not really a cake, it's not really a bar, it's not really a square. So the best term I could come up with was a bake. It can be desserty, it can be like a snack, it can be kind of like a breakfast treat in the morning. Lots of things you can do with this. So this recipe was inspired by my move and wanting to clean out my fridge and freezer. So I went into my freezer and saw that I had some frozen diced rhubarb, as well as a little bit of icing, like a frosting that I had from another dessert. So I went online and I was looking for things that I could make with rhubarb that wasn't a crisp, because I've already done that on my channel, that wasn't a jam, because I've done that too, and wasn't a muffin, because I've done that as well. And I found this rhubarb breakfast cake, she called it a rhubarb breakfast cake. But it wasn't gluten-free and it wasn't vegan. So I took it and I veganized it and I made it gluten-free, and it turned out really, really well. And I was excited that it worked out so well. So here we go. This is how you make the rhubarb bake. You need to start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees and greasing a baking pan. So the first step is to make the buttermilk. So in a small dish, mix half a cup of oat milk or other plant-based milk with 1 teaspoon of lemon juice and set it aside. Next, in another small bowl, make the flax egg, which is 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, whisked with 3 tablespoons of water, and set aside to thicken. Now in a medium bowl, add 2 cups of diced rhubarb and 1 tablespoon of gluten-free flour blend. This just coats the rhubarb so it mixes in nicely into the batter. I actually had just over 2 cups of rhubarb, so I'm going to save this little bit of extra rhubarb to use as topping on the bake, and set that aside. Now in a large bowl, add half a cup of vegan butter at room temperature, half a cup of vegan sugar. I used raw turbinado sugar, but I'm sure organic vegan cane sugar would work as well, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and beat with a hand mixer until creamy and smooth. Now add in your thickened flax egg and give that a little stir, as well as your buttermilk. You can mix this again by hand, or you can run the hand beater through it again. Next, you want to add all of the dry ingredients. You can add them right to the bowl if you're feeling lazy like me, or you can mix them all in a bowl on its own and then mix that into the wet ingredients. So you'll need 2 cups of gluten-free flour blend, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of sea salt. And you just want to mix that until all of the dry ingredients are incorporated into the wet ingredients. Next, you add the rhubarb and fold that into the batter until it's well incorporated. So as you can see here, my batter was looking a little dry and thick, so I added another 1/4 cup of oat milk. This seemed to really help, and it's really all dependent on which type of gluten-free flour blend you use. So I suggest just starting with half a cup of milk to begin with, and then once everything is mixed in, you'll be able to tell if you need to add a little bit more milk or not. And on the opposite, if your batter is looking too runny, you can always add just a touch more flour until the consistency is just right. Next, add your batter to your greased baking pan and spread it out until nice and smooth. The original recipe calls to top the batter off with a little bit of sugar, but I had some thin icing saved in my freezer from a dessert I made a while back, so I'm going to take that out, let it thaw, and then sprinkle that on top at the end. Next, you can place the remaining rhubarb on top of the batter in whatever kind of design you like. Bake for about 40 to 45 minutes or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. I only needed 40 minutes for my bake. Top with icing if you like, and then let it cool until you slice into it. You can see that the texture is nice and fluffy, yet it holds together really well, and it is oh so tasty. So like I said before, you can have it for breakfast with a little bit of vegan butter. You can dessert it up and serve it with some coconut whip or whipped aquafaba or some coconut ice cream or something like that. You can have it cold, you can have it warm, lots of different ways to do it. And rhubarb is in season now, and it's such a, I feel like it's an underrepresented fruit. And I love rhubarb. I remember growing up on the acreage in Sherwood Park, and we had this garden, and we would have this rhubarb growing, and I'd always like rip a piece off and clean it and just eat it like that with a little bit of sugar, like just right from raw from the stem. And have always had this like love affair with rhubarb and feel like I need more rhubarb in my life. So yes, all hail the mighty rhubarb. I just want to mention that I am going to be in the middle of a move here. We're moving into our new house. I'm so excited. I'm really going to try hard to not skip a beat and to still have videos come out every Monday. But we're hoping to also get right into our outdoor reno. So if I happen to miss a week or two, it's just because I'm dealing with the move and dealing with the reno. But like I said, I'm going to try really hard just to keep on keeping on. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Thank you again for watching another episode with me, Living Free Ashley. Don't forget to subscribe, and please like this video if you liked it, and share my channel to those who are looking for a gluten-free vegan lifestyle. And cheers to living free.